Hey, Coach Liz here. All right. I am excited to be talking about metabolic health this month because 90% of American adults struggle with metabolic dysfunction. Now, we've talked in the weeks previous about what metabolic dysfunction is, some of those symptoms. Some of the most common ones that might sound familiar to you, would be inflammation of the joints, maybe brain fog, headaches, visceral fat, that's fat around the belly, unhealthy digestion, also blood sugar imbalance, having like those highs and lows, hunger and cravings, also struggling to lose weight, trouble sleeping, hot flashes, also things like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, PCOS, even cancer. Those are all types of metabolic dysfunction. Another big one is fatty liver disease. Now, 75% of Americans have a fatty liver, not because of alcohol, it's because of how hard we make our livers work, because all of the sugar, the glucose that it has to process, and unhealthy fats and toxins from our environment. So, what can we do about it? We're talking this month about metabolic health, doing a metabolic reset program that really gets your blood sugar balanced, let your cells cleanse and your metabolism turn on the light switch and start working for you again. Learning when you balance that blood sugar, it does amazing things for your inflammation. It just lets your whole body heal. And so that's really what our metabolic flip program is learning to flip between not just burning sugar and glucose, but teaching your body how to tap into the body fat and burn that. That's also going to help increase your energy, decrease hunger and cravings. And so today I want to talk a little bit about how metabolic dysfunction affects women in perimenopause and menopause. Now, I myself had been struggling with many symptoms of perimenopause. I was having hot flashes, night sweats, low energy, an extra layer of just like that belly fat around my middle. Like so many different things, brain fog, like just a lot of things that I was noticing, itchy skin, that were signs of perimenopause. So I was going to jump in and just get hormone replacement therapy, which a lot of people do, and it can really help a lot of people. But one thing that I learned is first we have to do a metabolic reset. Clean our body of toxins, get our blood sugar balanced so that we're not just throwing something on top of a symptom, that your body can and your cells can actually metabolize and function more properly. Because a lot of hormone issues are stemmed from an imbalance of insulin. And so what happens is when you go into perimenopause, your estrogen drops. And what happens when your estrogen drops is it throws you into an insulin resistant stage. Your blood sugars get off. Your insulin resistance are not balanced. So you're not processing the sugar as easily. And you're having those hunger cravings, the sugar cravings, kind of all out of whack. And so, what the estrogen did is it really helped you stay in balance, kept your organs healthy, kept your visceral fat down so that you had a healthy environment to be able to have a baby. That's, what that time of your life was for. But now, as your estrogen drops, then your insulin levels are off, and that's why you're gaining the belly fat and you're having those symptoms. So, before the hormone replacements can even help you, really, you have to get your body healthier. So that's one thing that I've been working on is really working on keeping my blood sugar balanced through diet, environment, and exercise. Those are all things that help to balance your blood sugar. So what this metabolic reset plan does is it teaches you how to balance your blood sugar. And you're going to see benefits in all aspects of your life. So my hot flashes went away. I'm sleeping so much better. I'm not having night sweats. I have more energy. I'm thinking clearer, and the hunger and cravings are way less when my blood sugars are more balanced. So that's one thing that is fun to see how it works for myself so that I can help other people with it. So I want you to think, am I struggling with any of these symptoms? Have you noticed any of these things going on in your life? If so, it might be time to really dive into a metabolic reset plan. Even for 30 days, it will make a big difference and it will help get your hormones more balanced naturally. But also, if you're using a hormone replacement, your body will actually be able to use that more efficiently and you'll be able to get better results. And so, a few things that you can do is We've learned to balance our blood sugar by eating small, balanced meals, eating protein every time you eat, focusing on fiber, all of those things that we've been focusing on, getting your sleep, building muscle helps to balance your blood sugar, managing your stress. All of those things are really going to help you. Even hydration helps to dilute the sugar in your system so that you don't get the big spikes. Those high five habits that we work on are all part of a metabolic reset. But if you are struggling with some of those symptoms, let's talk about what we could do even further to help really reset your metabolism and get your body working for you instead of against you. So hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully you become aware of maybe some symptoms that you're struggling with. And if you want to join in on our metabolic reset plan, we are doing that for the next month. You'll actually be encouraged to get a metabolic scale where you can track your visceral fat and your muscle mass and your bone mass and all of those things that are really helping you to be aware of what's going on inside of your body. So let me know if you want more information about that, and let me know if you notice any of those symptoms of metabolic dysfunction that you're struggling with. All right, have a great week.